Gee, you'd want to hope this railway line is abandoned, wouldn't you? By the state of that bridge. Here's the van. Yes, this railway line must be abandoned. The bridges couldn't possibly look like that on a viable railway line. Have a look at the debris from the last flood up there. Bit frightening, isn't it, the way that creek can rise? And it's really made a mess of the bridge, hasn't it? Anyway, back to the van, which is there. So I'm standing on the line of the state border. This fence line is it. So actually, that's exactly it. I'm now in Queensland. And you can see these carvings. Queensland on this side of this old stump. And if we go around to the other side, New South Wales. Notice the gates. Back before Federation in 1901, New South Wales was a sovereign colony and Queensland was a sovereign colony. They had their own customs, their own taxes, and you had to stop at the border to see if there was anything to declare. You cross over the border and hit the Queensland town of Wallangarra, and about 30 yards into Queensland you come to them proudly, this pub, proudly proclaiming the first pub in Queensland, and that's fair enough. Wallangarra. There's the state border tourist area with an I for information, except we've gone back 1 hour in time now that I'm on this. I'm actually, let's get this exact. I'm actually 1 hour forward here and I'm 1 hour backwards here. So I'm not sure what the time is, but whatever it is, it's early in the morning. I think it was about 8 o'clock in New South Wales, which would mean that on this side of the fence it's 7 o'clock. And that information area may not be open. Little post office there. And there's a railway station there which I'm pretty sure is abandoned, because I don't think the rail goes through here anymore. I could be wrong. I've just been told that there's no commercial service on this railway line, but occasionally for special events like wine carnivals, because this is a wine growing area, they will bring a train in and serve champagne on it, local champagne and local wine. See, Granite Belt Wine County, Wallangarra Railway Station. Tension between the colonies of Queensland and New South Wales contributed to the landmark break of gauge at this station in 1887. Okay, I've actually read about this. I didn't realise it was here. The governments were unable to agree on a standard gauge, so Queensland built a 3'6" gauge And New South Wales went with a 4 foot 8.5 inch gauge. The Queensland side has a bullnose roof, and the New South Wales side has a flat skillion roof. Ah, there you go. So that's the Queensland side with 1 gauge, and that's the New South Wales side. As you can see too, we're now only 2,882 feet above sea level. Yesterday I was 4,000 feet above sea level. So we're coming down. I'm hoping it won't get too hot. I mean, it's the last day of summer today. So this is the bigger gauge. The New South Wales gauge, which is not used. You can see all the growth, the grass. But this side is used occasionally, I've been told, just for wine festivals. And as you can see, it's not overgrown. You can also see it's a lot narrower. So what they used to do, they would come down from the New South Wales side. The train would have to stop, this was it, and passengers would have to change trains onto the new gauge going the rest of the way into Queensland. Oh, I'm so glad I came here. I had read about this and I didn't realise that this was the town that it all happened in. So we're onto the New South Wales side of the railway. As you can see, these are well rusted, unused. The ones on the Queensland side are still used, if only occasionally. See, there's a track there. Tracks here. Tracks everywhere. This is because, we'll just turn around, there's the station, Wallangarra station. This is the New South Wales side. So the passengers and the goods trains had to go back to into New South Wales. Well, they are in New South Wales already just, but they had to return. And so they needed places to shunt off to one side and wait until it was safe to go back the way they had come. And of course places to unload their cargo or their goods if they were goods trains. Here's the narrower gauge again. This is Queensland. And these levers are less rusty because they're used once a year or twice a year. So now I see the significance of that choo-choo train there. This is an historic railway town, or it was. This is an historic railway town, and it used to be a railway town, although it isn't really anymore. That's my van. So the Queensland side of the border is Wallangarra. And the New South Wales side of the border is Jennings, the town of Jennings. So there's the Jennings Hotel, which I guess would be the first pub in New South Wales if you're coming from Queensland. You have to wonder, this is the post office, you have to wonder, are there two post offices? Is there another post office just the other side of that railway station into Jennings, New South Wales?